nature of the person that I evolved into. This actually has a lot to do with me overcoming my anxiety and depression as a teenager and coming into
Mm-mm.
college, wherein I was able to figure out a way of life and a mindset that I would let go of pressure and stress, especially with academics. And the key to that was just acceptance of accepting there are a lot
Mm-mm.
of things in this world that you can't control. You know,
Mm-mm.
like for example, just break it down like grades. I can study the best I can for an exam, but I don't know what the questions will be. I don't know if it's going to be S
Yeah.
or whatever. So I'll do my best, but I can't fully control the grade I'm going to get because that's up to the teacher. So
Mm-hmm.
I never stress myself. Nah, I gotta get this grade. I gotta get this average. I'm like, it came to a point that I'm like, I'm gonna be here to learn and enjoy
Mm-hmm.
this process of learning. And I realized slowly that I was able to learn to live a life relatively low stress because I let go of people's expectations of me. I let go of trying to match certain expectations and things that I don't have control over anyways. So I just stuck with what I could control, like nowadays, like my physical health, my mental health. Those are things I have full control over. Other things I'll still try to make an impact on with my work and the things I do in my relationships, but there's a limit I put to what I'll say that hanggang dyan yung stress level ko and then paano na ang universe? Leave it up to faith
Mm-hmm.
and God na rin. So I guess it relates to that, where I'm able to let go of criticism, of negativity, and all that from certain people. And it's unfortunate. Well, you don't like me, then fine. You don't like what I said, then fine. That's what can I do? I can't change your mind, diba? So it is what it is. But you learn along the way. So yeah, given that, I mean that example of how some people would just try to actually fight them on social media, I think it's a waste of time. Sometimes I'll try to engage them in a you know calm way and say, what did you mean by that? Parang minsan nangaaway, oh, you're so biased. I'm like, what point of the game did you say ganyan, ganyan? And I really meant to like have a, decent conversation with these people. So maybe I could pick up a thing or two, but more often than not, they don't come back to me because they can't even remember a single word that I said that sticks out na, hindi, kasi it was display that you said bias. I'm like, yun
Mm-hmm.
yung hinahanap ko, parang, wala naman pala. So baka naman,
Yeah.
sir, emotional ka lang. So
Yeah.
I've lost count how many times I've even become friends with some haters when I've calmed them down. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
relax, buddy. Maybe you were just so high. No, yeah, you're right. You know what, Sir TJ? Sorry, yeah. It's hilarious. There's had numerous occasions on Twitter and in social media na may ganon na after the next day, nagsasorry sila sa akin. Sorry po, grabe lang yung emotion ko nung kahapon kasi natalo yung team ko, tambak eh, whatever. So mga ganon. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just able to let go of that stress because I've learned to accept there are things I can't control. And lalo na yung mga comments and emotions of viewers. So let them be.
Yeah. In connection to that, you mentioned nga that you were evolving and developing as well as a person when you were from a teenager and all the way now that you're an adult and you have a new job na rin. And as a broadcaster or as a person covering games, you need to also develop and grow lalo na pag may mga bagong players, may bagong tactics, schemes of coaches, yung mga ganun, madaming bagong way like now sa basketball nauso na yung three-point shot pero 10 years ago parang mortal sin pa mag three-point shot yung big man, yung mga ganun.
Mhm.
So you need to also evolve as a player that covers the sport. So for you, how do you do that? Like others maybe would read books or listen to podcasts and watch documentaries. How about for you? What's your strategy or tactic in terms of developing and improving?
Well, back then, I mean, before I had my retirement of sportscasting
Mm-hmm.
2018, I would, yeah, podcasts, I watch, videos here and there. Not necessarily diving in hard into books and documentaries, but just keeping in the know with at least the sports shows, wherein you get to hear some really good analysis. Watching other analysts as well, especially here in the States, watching the guys who are really good that I look up to, at least like back then I really loved Steve Kerr when he was still analyzing games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even as far back as Bill Walton, he was one of my favorites too. Jeff
Mm-hmm.
Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, I love those guys. So yeah, it's just trying to pick up things from them and seeing how they appreciate the trends, how they appreciate how the game is evolving as well, and then seeing that kind of trickle down and translate to Philippine basketball as well and how it happens. So and also within my peers, within Philippine, the world of Philippine sportscasting, how we all had evolved. A lot of new faces have come as well, and younger guys. So I learned from them because a lot of them are more into the bookish stuff. A lot of them are more into the advanced analytics. So I pick up things from them as well. So just trying to be a sponge and trying to be open to learning a lot of new things. And I think the key to that was the mindset of always yearning to be better, rather than saying, "Oh, I've been here for 10 years, I know everything." Anybody could easily have that mindset na magaling na ako, I've been here for so long, I can't, you can't teach me anything new. Yung mga ganun. It's possible to have that mindset, but thankfully, at least me and the people I'm around in ABC and sports back then, hindi kami ganon. We're all willing to learn from the changes in the game, changes in the way games are covered, with the advent of social media, and then the younger guys coming along. So we're all able to complement each other as a team. Few people see that side of us behind the scenes, that we get together as a sports casting team, once or twice within the season, to huddle together, and then even before games and in between games, we see each other in the arenas and we talk and we chat. So it's a nice group that had developed some pretty good camaraderie, and we're able to support each other a lot. And I like the fact that the production teams mix us up. Even though people know me and Boom well as the iconic Boom and TJ tandem, but I also worked a lot with Nico Halili. I worked a lot with Nico Ramos, and Boom also did games with Ronnie Magsanok and with Christian Luanzon. So it was a good mix of the people, and when you do that, that's when you're able to, so from a higher perspective, from a production perspective, you're able to develop those talents and to really mix and mash them, and you get different perspectives and unique attributes out of them depending who they match up with. So, like for example, with Miko, I'm funnier than when I am
Mm-hmm.
with Boom sometimes, or when I'm with Nico, it's a little different. I get to be more lively with him because he's one of the younger ones in the group, and we're
Yeah.
more hyper and hyped up, so I get to ride with him as well. So may mga ganon. I mean, hindi mo naman talaga siya, you don't really think hard about it. I'm gonna be this way, but you just ride with the flow, and a lot of the game really is carried by the anchor, by the play-by-play. So the best analysts out there really have their anchors to thank for making them look good and making the whole broadcast look good. So yeah, I'm fortunate I've had so many amazing, people. If people do like what I've done as an analyst, I would quickly deflect that and say, well, thank my anchors. They were amazing. Boom, Miko, Nico, Eric, and all them. They made me as well who I am today as an analyst. So yeah.